Good stuff. Nate Smith, Fix What You Didn't Break. Better Country 1017 The Bull. Thanks for joining us here this morning as we are hanging out here on a Tuesday and, into our 9 o'clock hour and moving right along here today and joined by a special guest here as we always enjoy when she comes in here talking about Burlington Civic music. That would be our friend Barb McRoberts joining us here this morning. Barb, good to see you once again. How are you doing this morning?
You know what? I'm just dandy.
Well,
How
good.
Are you?
I'm doing great here. Doing fantastic. Always great to talk about some of the great performances. You guys have had a great season here, and why not wrap up the season with another great show that you got coming up here this week? Let's talk a little bit about who you got coming here this week.
Well, we do. Their nickname is the BBQ, which stands for the Brubeck Brothers Quartet.
Okay.
And Chris Brubeck is the son of Dave Brubeck, so we're probably dealing with one of the, I would say, great music families of America.
Okay.
So, a little bit of background. Dave Brubeck in 1958 was invited to do by the State Department a tour of what I would consider what had been war-torn Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So these are jazz people. That doesn't say that that's their only focus. It's not their only focus because the son Chris also is into rock and symphonic music that he actually composes.
Really?
But the thing that's interesting is that American jazz had been banned during World War II, which is for your age group probably something that's not there, and that's not part of what we teach in history. Might be in the movies, but this kind of opened things up again, and so. The composed number by Dave is called Take 5.
Okay.
And that is also a very iconic jazz piece. I don't think there's probably jazz people.
So these guys they've got roots then. These guys are rooted in some big names in the jazz world.
They are.
Then.
In fact, Chris has commented that out of the family of 6 siblings, 4 of them have very successful music careers. There must be something in the water.
Yeah, certainly so. And they're coming right here to Burlington, the Capitol Theater, coming up on Friday. And like we said, these guys, major festivals. I'm looking at the website here: Newport, Montreal, Playboy at Monterey. I mean, some of the biggest jazz festivals in the world.
Yeah, they are, and they are one of the biggest names in the world. They just truly are. And I go back a long ways as well, and have heard Dave Brubeck actually at the University of Iowa because he follows, again, this is Chris, his father's footsteps. These guys also do a lot of college and university campuses, in addition to jazz festivals. And then the other thing is symphonies. Yeah. They play with symphonies. And Chris Brubeck is known as actually a symphonic composer. But you can imagine a symphony playing with a Brubeck that has composed their music. It might just be a little bit different than Beethoven. Okay. All right. Because he is also into funk, loves that kind of stuff. He loves blues. And we are going to hear all of that.
A little bit of something for everyone there.
Well, I think one of the things that happens, of course, is they have music they've composed, which is set. But then jazz is known for improv. And we know that. Yeah. So you're going to have some improvisation, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think...
And that makes for a fun show, because you just never know what you're going to see.
No.
And I love that. That's coming up on Friday. Tickets, where can folks get the tickets if they want to go see? You know what?
They could go on our website, which is burlcivicmusic.com. There's a link. The Capitol Theater, we're selling tickets that night at the show. They can call if they need to and they want to charge it or something like that. The number is 319-752-0336. So they can do that.
And Friday is a big day for you as well, because not only is this some of the great names in the world of jazz, but it's also putting a wrap on this season, but also an announcement for next season, right?
Absolutely, they want to show up. I always love to say be there or be square. But on the other hand, you're going to wrap up with, again, great music, and then you'll have an opportunity to also buy season tickets for the next one.
Okay.
So we're still kind of known for what I would call presenting eclectic seasons. In other words, you're not going to get all jazz, you're not going to get all country, you're not going to get symphony, you're going to get just good live music
I love that.
by some very, very outstanding artists.
We love that.
And Brubeck, he's got a drummer. He's the drummer, but he's got guitarist Mike D'Amico coming with him, as well as Chuck Lamb on piano. And Brubeck himself plays the, as he said, fretless guitar. So you're just going to have a fun evening.
A fun evening.
And then find out what's going to be fun for the season.
Yep, absolutely. Barb
Next
McRoberts joining us here with Burlington Civic Music. BurlCivicMusic.com is the website if you want some info on that. Anything else you want to add before we let you go here today?
Well, I don't think so. I think I'm really excited. I'm excited that our season is concluding. I think one of the things we have enjoyed and our audience has is being at the Capitol Theater.
Right.
Everybody kind of struggles with, where am I going to park? And you know what? They all have found parking places. And I think some of the restaurants are a little fuller because people are coming downtown a little earlier. That's always a good thing. So it's been a successful season.
It has indeed.
Looking forward to the next one.
And you guys do great work there. You do a lot of great work for it, and we're excited for the new season. So go see what's coming up in the upcoming 2026 into 2027.
Right.
BurlCivicMusic.com is the website. Get the tickets. The Brubeck Brothers Quartet, BBQ.
BBQ.
That's how I like to think of that.
I
there.
do too.
That's coming up on Friday. Check it out at the Capitol. Barb, appreciate you stopping by here, and we'll talk to you again here soon, especially once that new season, we get the info on that.
We'll get that to you.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. She's Barb McRoberts joining us here this morning on 101.7 The Bull. It's Keith Urban on 101.7 The Bull.